Hi there, everyone. Alan Knight here, and I'm here to share with you another Night Talk tip. Hi there, everyone. Alan Knight here. Today, I wanted to share more of a personal story because quite often people will ask me, Alan, what was it like to live as a monk? As some of you may or may not know, I call myself a former Zen monk turned communication coach. And I lived literally as a monk for 9 years of my life. So I get asked this question, what was it like? Why did you do it? What caused you to leave? And how did it help you? So I thought I would take a few minutes to share, and hopefully it could be valuable and beneficial. At the very least, maybe a little entertaining. The reality was, as a young man at about the age of 19, I was quite confused. Up until then, I was just a jock and into sports and athletics, baseball, etc. My mother was diagnosed with cancer when I was 13 years old, and she was told that she had 6 months to live, and she actually lived for about 18 years. So my mother was the first role model for me of the power of the human spirit. At the age of 19, my father died, and I was in second year university, and I decided just to take a year off. I was confused, I was filled with anxiety, traveled the world, had a little fun, but I wasn't really in a great frame of mind. And I had a very life-changing experience on the desert where I came that close to dying from a heat stroke. And I thought I was gone. And miraculously, I was saved by some Yemenite couple. And that night, I decided I'm going to go back home. And somebody said to me, I think when you go back home, you're going to meet some interesting people. Something's going to happen to you. So about a month later, when I did return, I met couple of people in a bookstore who had these big, beautiful, clear eyes, beautiful smile. And they told me they were living at what was called the Zen Center at the time. And they invited me to visit. And there were about 25 of them. Seemed like a cult to me. But they all seemed to have this beautiful spirit about them. Their eyes were beautiful and calm and clear. And I said, I want that. So I literally moved in and became a Zen monk for 9 years of my life. And then I missed girls too much, so I left the monastery. Usually that gets a laugh. So what did I learn from that? Well, I definitely learned that having gone through all that anxiety, I wanted to know if there was more to life than the physical body and the rational mind. So because I lived like a Zen monk and because I meditated on a consistent basis, quite often 4 times a day, I was able to what I now call access the Zen zone, which is a spiritual side of who we are, calm, clarity, all the things that I admired in those people, I started to experience. But something after years was still missing, and I propelled myself back into the world where I became a basket case, so to speak. Not really completely. But now I had to live in the real world. I wasn't in the Himalayan mountains. And so I had to deal with relationships and career and money and pressure and social media and all the rest of it. So I went back to get a master's degree in education, counseling, psychology, started to do a little training in coaching. And then I realized that if I was going to help people, I would have to learn how to integrate what I learned from the Zen experience into every facet of my life. So to fast track everything, over the last 25 years, with all the coaching and training I did, it's almost like I was in a laboratory learning to develop and connect the pieces of our mind to our emotions, to our intuition, to our actions, to our communication. And I learned that self-development is great, but a lot of it was just raw motivation and reading a lot of books, which are all great for awareness. But true transformation really means getting into the inner gymnasium. So over the last 20 years, or maybe 25 by now, I think I've lost track, I was able to create what is now called the 9-step formula to help you master your relationships from the inside out. So the Zen part had a very significant part of my life because it's the core of who I am. It leads me, and I've never experienced as much inner freedom and contentment and clarity, and it makes life so much more effortless. You draw in wonderful people into your life, you get ideas, you get insights. I feel very blessed and grateful to be able to just help other people to achieve more and more that state of mind. So I hope that clarifies some of you who might be interested in my background. That's a brief overview and a story of how the Zen experience helped Mr. Alan Knight. Hope you enjoyed it. Look forward to the next one.